Hi, my name's Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff, where I'll make a healthy dinner from start to finish and pair it with wines from around the world. Let's fill up that glass.
Hi, I'm Jeff Makarevich, and welcome to Wine and Dine with Jeff. Today, we're doing garlic chicken pesto basil. It is amazing. You will love it. It is a staple at my house. It is requested once a month, and now it's going to be a staple at your house, and I'm pairing it with the Spanish Albarino. Ooh, you will love them both together. Let's get started. I just have some olive oil in the pan right here in my Dutch oven, which is really important. And we're making this keto friendly, so no flour on the chicken. So to get a good sear, a first tip of the day here is you want to make sure your chicken is extremely pat dry, bone dry. Let's stick the chicken in. Here we go. And we are going to be making a fresh basil pesto today to go on top, to go in with this. And it is such a delicious, easy recipe. You will love it. And here we go. Simple salt and pepper. That's all we're doing. Salt and pepper on the chicken here. And we want to brown the chicken first before we're putting it into the oven. And this chicken is going to come out moist and tender, fork tender. You won't even need a knife. Now what this is chicken breast, by the way, cut into 1.5 inch pieces probably, thick pieces I like. And so we're going to brown each side. That's going to go for about 5 minutes. And then we're going to flip it over, brown the other side. In the meantime, let's chop up a sweet Vidalia onion and all of our garlic. We just flipped our chicken over. It's nice and browned. Now we got our Vidalia onion right on in. Let's just put it right on in. And all the exact ingredients are right down below in the link. That will take you to my website to give you the exact ingredients. And the garlic. So this is a lot of garlic. It is about 8 to 10 cloves, but I'm telling you, once the garlic it's in the oven, so it's like roasted, it becomes sweet, it's amazing. So we're going to just do a little bit of salt on our onions and garlic there. And we are going to stir them around. My goodness, I forgot. Thank gosh my drawers are right in back. And we're going to do like this, and we're just going to let this onions and garlic on a medium heat just sweat out for a few minutes. That's it. And then we're going to top it with a very little bit of chicken stock, just enough to keep it moist, but we don't want a liquid in the end. So we'll let that go for a few minutes and hit it with some chicken stock. And don't forget, we want to preheat that oven at 375, so that oven should be preheated and ready for you. Okay, our onions and garlic, as you can see, have all sweated out. It is smelling amazing with all the garlic. Now we're going to add a little bit, not a lot, of chicken stock. As you can see, we're just adding about 1/2 cup. We just want to keep the moisture in there while it's cooking in the oven. This way the chicken is going to come out so moist and delicate. Fork tender, like I said, lid on a cast iron, a seasoned cast iron, like a Dutch oven like this. So lid on, in the oven, it goes for about 15 minutes at 375 degrees. And then we are going to work on the pesto. In the oven, there we go. We'll see you in about 50 minutes. And let's get started on our fresh basil pesto, which is the star of the show, I'm telling you. Let's get started on the star of the show, and that is the basil pesto. It's so easy, so delicious. Let's get started with pine nuts. You want to toast these first on the stove in a non-stick skillet just for a few minutes. It just brings out all the flavors. And then some garlic cloves, 2 garlic cloves. Very simple. And we're just going to blend this up first. We want to make sure they're all ground up perfectly before we add anything else. Awesome. And then we want to throw in our fresh basil. And you know what? A good tip on finding the sweetest basil is if you see it flowering, that is when it's supposed to be the sweetest. So, some fresh basil. Oh, get in there! You think you're going to get out of my basil pesto? So, lid on. And let's turn this on. There we go. And then we just want to add in our Parmesan cheese, and this is very, very important. See this block of Parmesan cheese? That's what I want you to get it from. 2-year aged, beautiful, wonderful taste, fragrance, and all the exact measurements are right down below. And look, you can tell that was not ground up by a store, right? That was done by myself. And we just want to add a little bit of salt and pepper at this time. And we're going to drizzle in some olive oil once it starts going in. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now this pesto, we are not going to add in as much oil as I normally do because I don't want the oils to be too much in with the chicken already. So look at that paste. Take a look at this. Let me grab a spoon. Woo! Well, I didn't know I was going to grab a giant one, but it works. Okay, this is a little thicker pesto than I normally would do. I would normally put a half a cup in there. I put a little less, like about 1/3 of a cup, because I don't want the chicken to be swimming in all the oils from the pesto. Oh, that is so good. It is amazing. It beats store-bought pesto, hands down. But I understand if you're busy and you don't have time and you like a store-bought pesto, be my guest. You do you. Now, second tip of the day, you do not want to cook this basil pesto. It just takes all the color and the flavor and everything. That's why the chicken and the garlic and onions are cooking in the oven right now, just to get all that caramelization and sweetness. Now, we want to save this and add this last minute right before we're ready to eat. We'll be pulling that out in probably about 15 minutes. It smells amazing in here. It's been 50 minutes. Let's pull our chicken out of the oven. Ooh, I wish you were here because it smells so good in here. Okay. Step back or you'll get a facial, right? Oh, yeah. Now that's what it should look like. Oh, just look at all the caramelized onions and garlic at the bottom there. Isn't that delicious? Now you just want to let this go for a few minutes. Obviously not till it gets cold. You don't want a cold dinner. But just let this go for a few minutes before you add your basil pesto, because it will brown the basil pesto and take some of the flavor away. But let's quickly talk about our wine today, an Albarino. It's a Spanish grape. It will pair so wonderful with this garlic and basil pesto chicken because it has a little bit of grassy notes, but also that goes great with the herbs, the herbalicious from the basil, but it has a little bit of peach flavor and just a touch of smokiness. You will love this. It will pair perfectly with this. So we'll let this go for just a scotch, a few minutes, and then we'll add our basil pesto. Okay, we just let this go for a few minutes. We're gonna add our fresh basil pesto that we just made. This is beautiful. Now see how it stays the nice vibrant green color now? Now you can't cook, if you cook with this, which you can do, it will lose its color and it will lose a lot of its vibrant tastes because basil is a very, very delicate herb. Now that is ready. You can throw this over pasta. You can just eat it like this with a vegetable. Today I made some black forbidden rice and I'm gonna throw it over the rice. You do it your way. All I know is that you will love it. Let me plate up. I would first like to thank all my subscribers. And if you're not yet a subscriber, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my recipes. And don't forget to like and share your favorite recipes. But I can't wait to dig in to this basil garlic chicken. Oh yes, oh yeah, big bite. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry, talk amongst yourselves. My mouth is full. This is amazing. You will love it. Guaranteed. So please try it. But I would like to thank you for stopping by Wine and Dine with Jeff. And we'll see you next week.